National cleanup campaign on in earnest. Government backs netballers' drive to raise $63 million and take the next step to self-regulation. Information Minister urges local media to establish complaints council. The national emergency response to the chikungunya outbreak continues with cleanup activities in various sections of the island. The National Health Emergency Vector Control Cleanup Team went to Western Kingston last week to get rid of mosquito breeding sites. On Thursday, Cleanup Coordinator Colonel Daniel Price said about 19 loads of solid waste were removed from a major gully which runs from a section of Tivoli Gardens to Marcus Garvey Drive. Cleanup activities are expected to continue this week in parts of Denham Town, Hannahtown and Tivoli Gardens. As the country observes National Science and Technology Month in November, Prime Minister Portia Simpson Miller has announced the government's intent to place renewed emphasis in the sector for job creation and economic growth. As she chaired last Wednesday's meeting of the reconstituted National Commission on Science and Technology, Mrs. Simpson Miller said particular attention would be placed on the development of nutraceuticals from Jamaican plants. The Prime Minister urged the Commission to use its influence to innovate and ensure that all of Jamaica benefits from science and technology. And as the nation observed Fire Safety Awareness Week from October 26 to November 1, Prime Minister Simpson Miller hailed the country's firefighters as unsung heroes. At a church service to start the week of activities, the Prime Minister lauded the fire services for continuing to make significant contributions to the country, often under life-threatening circumstances. Mrs. Simpson Miller's message was delivered by Attorney General Patrick Atkinson.
May you enjoy great success and support as you continue your invaluable contribution to nation building, and may you continue to benefit from the blessings of God Almighty.
The minister responsible for sport last week showed government support for the island's senior netballers who are trying to raise money to fund their participation in the 2015 World Netball Championship in Sydney, Australia. The initiative, dubbed Gold Rush Down Under, is seeking to raise $63 million. Minister Nita Headley endorsed the effort and called on Jamaicans to support the cause.
I'm using this opportunity to appeal to everyone to contribute to the Gold Rush Down Under Fund and to ensure that we can send off our Sunshine Girls to dazzle the world in Sydney in 2015.
The Sunshine Girls, who are currently 4th in world netball rankings, are now on the internet with their own website, mynetballjamaica.com. Jamaica's netballers left the island Sunday ahead of the 2014 Fast 15 Netball Series to be held in Auckland, New Zealand on November 8 and 9. In the meantime, Minister Nita Headley gave an update of government's policies which are guiding sports development on the island. She said the country's anti-doping mechanism had been bolstered, the policy to protect children in sport had been implemented, and sport infrastructure upgrading as well as advancing the welfare of the nation's athletes were continuing. Mrs. Nita Headley also spoke to the recent launch of the Sport Tourism Committee and the training of sport leaders on the UK Sports and Build Jamaica as ways the government was safeguarding the island's future in sport.
We're not just kissing and smiling when there are successes. We are ensuring that we are institutionalizing that success and advancing our ability to continue to do well and to do even better.
The minister responsible for information, Senator Sandra Faulkner, has again called for a self-regulated media complaints council. The council, Minister Faulkner said, would allow persons who've been wronged by the media to have their grievances addressed.
The media already have a set of shared values and ethics underpinning the profession and how it operates. Those are important prerequisites to self-regulation, and I don't believe it will be difficult to take that next important step to establish that independent body which will oversee and administer your code of practice.
The minister made the call as she participated in last Wednesday's symposium aimed at developing a framework for media self-regulation. Held at the Caribbean Institute of Media and Communications, CARIMAC, The regional initiative was facilitated by UNESCO, the Association of Caribbean Media Workers, and the International Press Institute. Senator Faulkner also used the occasion to reiterate government's commitment to press freedom, but was quick to add that the media must act responsibly and be accountable to the people they serve. And news came last week that the late former President of the Senate, Serena MarshallBurnett, would be accorded an official funeral. The service is scheduled for 2 p.m. on Thursday, November 6 at the University Chapel of the West Indies, Mona. Condolence books have been opened at the UII School of Nursing and the National Council for Senior Citizens on West Kings House Road. Mrs. MarshallBurnett contributed to nation building in many areas, including health, education, and politics. The former senator died on Friday, October 10. And that's it for this week's edition of Jamaica House Weekly. We return next time with the latest developments from the office of the Prime Minister.